Hello and welcome to Crypto Bible. My name's Oliver Tompkins, and in today's episode, it's Oliver and Elliott's market update. I know you've been waiting for it. I know you're excited. But before we get stuck into it, throw me an early like, get yourself subscribed to Crypto Bible, and turn on your notification bell icon, shing, so you never miss any of my news stories or interviews with experts or me and Elliott just having a little chat and talking about the market. And don't forget to check out in the show notes competition, £300 worth of Shiba Inu for you. Yeah, you could win it. Competition time. Check it out below. It's time to get my main man Elliott on and find out what he knows. Boom.
Ollie, how are you?
Elliott.
How are we doing?
Yeah, good. I feel like I should be wearing my glasses because you got your glasses on today, looking smart.
I know. I feel good today. It's actually quite warm out in the Yorkshire.
Mate, the weather looks absolutely awesome. Right, let's get on with the market because what's going on with the market? Talk to us, Elliott.
So we've started to rebound as we previously projected. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to start showing the screen straight away just to give everyone an idea of what's going on. So in short, what we've got in front of us just here is, I think I mentioned this previously, but we had somewhat of an ascending triangle just here as a whole.
Yeah, I remember you speaking about that. Yeah.
What that was gave us a target of this move here was essentially this move that's happened just here. You see that?
So it's gone that way. We called it this way or the other, right?
Oh, yeah, we call that, which was absolutely fine. But what we've also got on screen just here is essentially we have the overall kind of pattern as such, which was the symmetrical triangle, which actually gives us a target of $46,000 next for Bitcoin, or $47,000 as a whole.
Okay.
So for me, we're looking very bullish. We made a new higher low here. We're actually retesting this region, which we previously tested. We got above it, pierced above it, and we're now looking to retest it. So for me, if I look at this now and I pull out, for example, a fib from this low to this high here,
right?
We're now currently sat on the 61.8, which gives us a clear projection target of the next move here, which has confluence with essentially this previous high here, which would be a next move for Bitcoin of $45,000 or $44,733. So 45 as a range for the volatility. So that's my thoughts for the next kind of week. We're growing out of this. We're going in and into this uptrending movement and continuing to grow higher. So that's good. We might get a little bit of movement into this 41.8 region, and then get a projection up towards this kind of $44,000 region, I would say.
What do you think? What's the reason? Do you think pushing it up at the moment?
I think it's partly because we've been pushing down for quite a while now. A lot of projects have gone into that that undervalued state. Bearing in mind a lot of it was macro driven by the war in Russia, etc. By Russia and Ukraine, etc.
Yeah.
And obviously scarcity of the war and stuff. People being scared about it. So the main thing was that them were external factors. It wasn't necessarily the actual fundamentals of crypto that actually changed. A lot of these projects that previously 3 or 4 years ago weren't making funds and making money as a business now are making money as a business. So they're starting to rebound quite significantly against that, and that's why I expect that over the next couple of weeks we should ultimately see Bitcoin and crypto and Ethereum start to rebound as we expected. We broke the longer term downtrending structure. We held support. We've made multiple higher lows. And for me, we are looking primed to continue growing higher. Now, the only thing that I'm looking at this moment in time, if I actually go out to the daily time frame and look at the overall, what I'm seeing just here is that we've got in and around this region, we have this previous trend structure here. And we've also got this trend line here, which is the outside, which we retested here, but we could potentially come up to retest in the future. And that'll be around about the $50,000 region. If we can get past that $50,000 region, I'll feel really comfortable, the pie is continuing and starting to come back. But until then, there's very much a possibility we do get up to that $50,000 region and then project even lower as a whole. But until I see that, I'm confident in the short term we're going to continue moving higher. Mid-term, we need to be looking at getting past 50K, and long-term, that'll be dependent on whether we see the 50K region, and then long-term, obviously, Bitcoin is primed to get over, $141,000 is my next target for the longer-term cycle.
And what's that? What's that in time?
6 to 18 months. I know it's a bracket, but I'd say 12 to 18 months probably.
Cool. No, that's cool. 100. I like how specific you are, Elliott. Like 141,000. No, that's good. Okay, and you see, and ETH as well. Would you saying the same for ETH to break out?
Yes. So generally as a whole, what we'll find is Ethereum as a whole. So my chart's again really ugly at this point. But if I get rid of this, I promise one day they will look flush. But it makes organized sense to me. But
it looks busy. It looks like you know what you're on about, so it's all good.
So Ethereum exactly the same. We broke out of this long-term downtrending structure. We've made multiple, obviously kind of a triple bottom there, and then broken up to the top. We've now broken out of this shorter-term downtrending movement. We'll come back to retest it. For me, Ethereum looks like its next move is, well, you can see we've got a really small retracement. If I go into here, pull this up from here to here, your next move for Ethereum is definitely 33, followed by his next region, which we predicted previously of around about this region here, which is going to be 3,600. Which if we can get that, we can get Ethereum back within this longer term trend overall, back within above this green line, which should prove that this movement would be somewhat of a, an undervalued push and potentially even a fake out by people who were just panic selling.
Yeah.
So that's really my thoughts. I think we're going to see some great movement from Ethereum over the next couple of weeks in alignment with Bitcoin in that respect.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, let's talk a little bit about CoinWatch before we get into some of your picks. Last week, we saw Yuga Labs, the kind of owners of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, Kennel Club, Mutant Ape Club, literally produced this coin called ApeCoin. It went straight onto Coinbase, and like to get a coin on Coinbase is like normally they're kind of like panicky what goes on there. It went from it shot up to like $37. It's come back down to like $7. What do you make of this ApeCoin?
What do I make of it? So they've got clearly the Bored Ape Club and Bored Ape Yacht Club, etc. They've got a massive community behind them. So I do question what the utility is at this point. Like, why does it have value other than the fact that they've got a large community? Like, are they just using this coin as a token to raise more funds? Which is ultimately what they're looking to do, Yuga Labs, because they have got they've just raised. I think the valuations are like 4 billion. I think at the moment for the whole entire project. So there's one or two ways they can do it. They're going to either raise the funds using the token by the community to then develop a product that essentially will have utility. Right now, it's very much speculation. They're at $12 today, very volatile. And yeah, I think it'll do well because of the community behind it, and also the brand that they've created behind it as well, about being quite an exclusive thing. So that's really my thoughts at this early stage. I don't really pay much attention to things that are speculative, that haven't got working products, that haven't, obviously the NFTs have been really, really well, right? And they're doing some crazy stuff. So it does to an extent have, a very large community and that in itself is the reason why it's got a massive valuation, because of the value of growth and people on board with it. That in itself is the reason why it's got that. So I'm looking for the tech to, because it's an Ethereum-based token right now, right? It's an Ethereum-based token. Like anyone and everyone who's a developer can create an Ethereum-based token, with a few $1,000s. So that opens up speculation to me as to, what is their plan? Do they want to raise them finances and do other things? Because it's a layer 2 solution right now, which isn't groundbreaking. It's cool, but it's not groundbreaking. Layer 2 meaning the building on Ethereum.
No, it's interesting. I thought it was quite interesting because normal society knows that these type of NFT projects are bought by like celebrities like Eminem. They're like $500,000, but then all of a sudden you could be a little bit part of their community by buying a $7 coin. It kind of creates a bit of hype around it, doesn't it? Be like, hey, I can get a bit of, I'm a Bored Ape Yacht Club like member because I've got a coin. But it will be interesting to see, like you said, what kind of utility you have from it.
I mean, the model that they've got is fantastic because it does give you access to, some of the big guys, like you say. And obviously that in itself is a form of utility. But in terms of the actual tech, like how long is that going to last where people are going to just want to buy a coin to have a couple of pieces of content by someone, So It's got to, for me, it's got to be more groundbreaking, and that's probably where they're going to look to raise the finance in that respect.
I think because normally Coinbase, it takes coins a while to just be able to get on Coinbase because they obviously vet them and stuff. Yeah. And I wonder if Coinbase just saw this as like, people are going to want this. Let's get it on and thinking about the finances.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Right. All right, then you tell me what the coolest coins are in the town at the moment.
In the town. So again, just a review of previous. So we've seen Avalanche has done particularly well over this last week. I believe Avalanche is up 20% over the last 7 days after his previous conversation. Solana, we've seen 10% up, Polkadot 13, Polygon 10. So again, that's in line with the rest of the market. I'd say the best performer of the week is Avalanche in that respect. A couple that I'm looking at over the next few weeks or so would be Phantom. I think that's due a move as a whole. So Phantom definitely.
Also, Elliott, just to stop you on Phantom there, have you seen the Phantom logo is on the Toro Rosso Formula? I don't know if you watch Formula One.
No, I don't watch it, but I can imagine.
It's literally on the halo of where the camera is on Formula One. It's constant. Yeah. It's got a Phantom on there, so literally it's in Formula One now. There's just so much crypto, and when you said Phantom, I'm just thinking of the Toro Rosso logo there. But yeah, go on.
And that leads me on to the next point. So, we've literally just seen that Crypto.com have become the official sponsor for the World Cup.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
So that will have an impact on the price of Crypto.com, I believe. It will be built in over a period of months, I think. So that's pretty cool. But really and truly, Ollie, that's kind of where I'm at the moment. It's looking at like the likes of Phantom, CRO, speculating on other assets. Like I think Terra's not moved as much as what it should be doing. Luna, that's a 5%, but obviously we've seen astronomical growth on that anyway. So I would hope to see that above $100 in no time. Just in line with understanding the rest of the market, how we know that Bitcoin will likely increase, Ethereum will likely increase, and that'll have an impact on the altcoins as a whole.
Yeah. No, I think the Chronos coin is very interesting because last year there was 1.1 billion viewers, or not last year, but the last World Cup game. Sorry, the final, France v someone. It was 1.1 billion. You got Crypto.com spending money on all these sporting events. You've got to say, and they're going for sporting communities, right? They're smart, and they're being really aggressive. And I'm thinking the World Cup's probably it's huge, kind of like they had an advert for the NFL, didn't they, with Coinbase and FTX. So you look at Crypto.com, compare it to Binance, and the difference between the coin value, and you look at Crypto.com and you think it's under $1, and they're spending all this money. At some point, surely that's going to break out from being over $1, because it's just the amount of funding and obviously backing they've got.
The issue you've got with Crypto.com, I've always found, is they've grown too fast, and they couldn't actually handle the capacity of users on their platform, which meant that their actual customer service piece went astronomically bad, which decreased the price and made it quite volatile. Whereas Binance, as much as they're still a little bit slack and takes a while to get yourself verified and stuff, generally they're a lot better, and they're obviously handling a lot more volume. So for me, they need to, if they want to grow that rapidly, they need to sort that out, I would say, which is probably holding them back. Yeah,
no, definitely an interesting. Have you got any other terms of business? Any exciting stuff? We spoke briefly about some bits.
Yeah, not to update at the moment. Them bits we were speaking about previously probably should wait for developments. Yeah. So I will update on that in weeks to come, I would say.
Awesome. Well, I think we've smashed this one out of the park, mate. Nice, sizable, digestible chunk for the audience to watch this. So I will. What are you in, by the way? You in a coffee shop?
I'm in a meeting space.
Oh, in the meeting space. Oh, I like them. Which city?
It's just outside of Leeds. So I come to the spa here, so they have a meeting space just outside. So yeah,
I love the spa. Oh, what's your favourite in the spa? Like sauna?
Sauna, yeah. I sit there every morning and every evening. Just steam. Well, just ridiculously sweaty, which is fantastic. Yeah.
Does it annoy you? What annoys me is when you've got it to yourself and then someone comes in, sits right next to you, and you're like, oh my God.
I hate when people come in and they talk. I'm just like, this place needs to be zen. Like, I can't do this. But yeah.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like people start talking to you about like running and stuff. Like, are you a runner? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm a saunerer. I'll just leave me alone. Are you a runner?
Exactly.
Like, what? God. Anyway, right. Yeah, well, more sauna chat next week. I'll let you go. Thanks for cracking on for the episode, buddy, and we'll catch up again next week.
Fantastic. Speak soon.
Wicked.
Cheers out.
Cheers out. Bye, mate. Well, there you go, guys. That's Oliver and Elliott's market update this week. Interesting that you brought up crypto.com. We did a news article on that earlier, so check it out on the channel. They're making big moves. But what are you bullish on this week? Let me know what coins you like. Anything you want to talk about, let me know in the comments below. If you've got any questions you want me to ask Elliott, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll ask him anything. Let me know in the comments below. As always, throw me a like, get subbed, turn on the notification bell, so you never miss any of these cool episodes. And I will see you on the next one.